everybody, week 5, day 2, digital learning days. Number 1 says using the graph above, how long does the horse stop moving? So we established yesterday that the horse stopped moving between interval B and C because a horizontal line represents no movement, and that was between B and C. And if we scroll back up to yesterday and look at our graph, we notice that point B is at a time of 10 seconds and point C is at a time of 30 seconds. So we're going to take the difference between those. So this is from 10 seconds to 30 seconds, and we're going to take the difference of those, which actually means I need to take 30 minus 10, which is 20 seconds. So that horse stops moving for 20 seconds. Number 2 says solve 5 to the third power raised to the second power. Power to power means you multiply. So 3 times 2 is 6. So that would be 5 to the 6th power. And you could, this would probably be a no calculator question if you were taking the milestones or taking a test in 8th grade. But for the sake of time here, we can just put it in our calculator. And 5 to the 6th power is the same thing as 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. It's multiplying 5 by itself 6 times, which is 15,625. And number 3 says, what is the y-intercept for the table above? So we have to go back and look at yesterday's table. A rule of thumb to memorize is anytime x is 0, the y value is your y-intercept. That is the point at which the line intercepts the y-axis. So we see here that x is 0, so my y-intercept is going to be -8. But if you did not know that rule, you could always take y equals mx plus b, take any point from the table. I just chose 0.44, and take your slope, which we found yesterday was 3, and plug it in to y equals mx plus b, where y is 4. That's what I put here. M is 3. That's what I put here. X is 4. I put it here, and then I'm going to solve for b. So 4 equals 12 plus b. Subtract 12 from both sides. 4 minus 12 is -8 equals b. And that's my y-intercept. And that's the same thing I got here. When x is 0, my y-intercept is -8. Number 4 says, which of the, nope, that was yesterday's. What is the missing hypotenuse in a right triangle when the legs are 12 feet and 16 feet? So that just means A and B are 12 and 16. We plug that into our Pythagorean theorem. 12 squared plus 16 squared equals C squared. And we are solving for C. So 12 squared is 144 plus 16 squared is 256 equals C squared. 144 plus 256 is 400 equals C squared. Take the square root of those, and you should get 20 equals C. So a right triangle with leg lengths of 12 and 16 would have a hypotenuse of 20 feet. And number 5 says, if square C has an area of 25 square centimeters and square B has an area of 16 square centimeters, what is the area of square A? And I want to point out that this picture is not drawn to scale. So the area is, you're already squaring the number. So if anybody remembers back to our Skittles activity, we discovered that the area of square A plus the area of square B equals the area of square C. So if square C is 25. That equals the area of square A plus square B. We don't know what A is. We know that the area of square C is 16. So we would just subtract 16 from both sides to get that the area of square A is 9. And that would be 9 centimeters if I included my unit of measurement. You guys have a great day.